There appears to be trouble in the newly built paradise of love of Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, a.k.a. Bennifer 2.0, and it seems the former Gone Girl star's history with his ex-wife Jennifer Garner has something to do with it. It appears the JLO co-stars, who recently rekindled their romance after a 20-year break period, have once again become the talk of the town and subject to the same media coverage that they claimed ruined their relationship 2 decades ago. So how did Jennifer Garner ruin Ben Affleck's wedding to Jennifer Lopez? Are they having a repeat of the 2004 events? Just weeks after their fairy tale wedding shook the world in August 2022, the newlyweds' fresh marriage may be off to a rocky start. It's being reported that JLo's distaste for smoking and other habits of Affleck's seems to be getting the best of the wedding planner actress in recent times. And according to some sources, Ben does not seem to share in her concerns, which is not exactly surprising considering his addiction history. But despite JLo's displeasure, the songstress seems in no hurry to call it quits with Ben, especially after a few weeks in marriage, and some fans have come out to say that Jenny from the Block's refusal to break free from Affleck is simply a sign that she was desperate to marry her young love, despite knowing Affleck was the low-effort guy who would be bored of her in no time. One YouTube user commented, "Ben hasn't been able to effectively be healed. He's been in remission from his addiction, and he, in my opinion, is not healed. He rushed into getting married when he wasn't 100% there for himself. He needs to love himself 100% before he can feel any love for anyone else." So unfortunately, Jennifer is going to be his babysitter. Speaking of babysitting, Jennifer Garner, the mother of Affleck's 3 children, Violet, Samuel, and Serafina, appears to be rearing her way into the Bennifer union once again, but not in the way you'd expect. Garner was among the numerous guests who received an invite to Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's wedding in August 2022. Despite getting an invitation, the actress failed to attend the marriage ceremony of the year, citing scheduling conflicts as a reason. Despite her logical explanations, fans could not kick the feeling that something else was amiss. Many implied the actress's failure to attend her ex-husband's wedding was confirmation that she was against the couple's reuniting. However, an insider close to the former couple has since stepped forward to debunk those speculations and even imply that Garner considered Affleck's new marriage as good riddance to unwanted responsibilities, saying, "I'm sure she's thrilled to get rid of her 4th child." This may be in direct reference to the arm of support Garner has offered Affleck in his addiction battle over the years, even after their split. But according to the source, letting their kids attend the ceremony suggested that Garner indeed was cool with the union and wished the couple all the happiness in the world. However, in early September, news broke that Garner may have lied about the reasons behind her failure to attend the Bennifer fairy tale wedding. While she told the Paps that the Georgian ceremony coincided with the timeline of her next project, which she was filming in Texas, new findings showed it had more to do with her disinterest in watching her ex move on, a source said. "It would have been a nightmare for Jen to have been there watching this cheesy spectacle. She dodged a bullet." Jennifer spun the line that was a scheduling conflict, but people in her world are saying that's baloney. If she wanted to attend the wedding, she could have. The source went on to say, "Truth is, she can't stand the whole Bennifer 2.0 circus. It's privately eating her heart out. Poor Jen." Notably, the source's claim of displeasure is a direct contrast to what the actress has been letting out so far. She's been seen out and about, glowing up as she goes around living her best life, as happy as she could be. More like someone celebrating her freedom after ridding herself of an overbearing kid, or in this case, her 4th child. Referring to the 50-year-old as a child says a lot about Affleck's history with romantic partners and his attitude amid recovery efforts during his addiction struggles. You'll recall that Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez were the it couple of the early 2000s, a crown that predictably comes with constant media coverage and non-existent privacy, especially after announcing their wedding in 2004. The intensity of this publicity was so great that the couple was forced to call off the wedding just days before D-Day. Surely it must have been a pain calling up 200 guests to inform them of the cancellation. That's right, JLo reportedly felt pained and disoriented as she hit her guests with the news. Things got even worse for her barely 4 months later, when Ben Affleck decided for them to go their separate ways. The Marry Me star would later refer to the moment as her worst heartbreak. But here's the thing, it appears there was more to that heartbreak than the overwhelming intervention of the paparazzi. And yes, it had Jennifer Garner written all over it. Like Bennifer, Garner and Affleck met on a movie set long before Bennifer came to be. Their first encounter was on the set of the 2000 movie Pearl Harbor. At the time, Garner was married to actor Scott Foley, but hit it off with her co-star nonetheless. Of course, without any romantic entanglements. A year later, the actor had the hots for another co-star on the set of JLO, and it was none other than Jennifer Lopez. Although the movie was a flop, the duo notoriously fell in love and began dating. And that's when Garner mysteriously returned to Affleck's life again on the set of Daredevil. Despite each being with their respective partners at the time, they could not help but rekindle their old flames, or what little was left of it after the flop of their first movie together. Although they stayed with their respective partners, their fates had already become entangled. Speaking about their love story in an interview, the star divulged, "We met on Pearl Harbor, which people hate, and fell in love on Daredevil." Romantic, no doubt, but this descriptive timeline suggests that Affleck was already in love with Garner while dating Jennifer Lopez. But that didn't stop him from moving ahead with their relationship and wedding plans. Now that's some two timing. To further spite the situation, the Good Will Hunting star wasted no time moving on to his true love interest, Jennifer Garner, right after ending things with JLO, and while that just might be coincidence, it's hard to shake off the fact that they tied the knot in 2005, just a year after serving the Anaconda star a heartbreak. He went on to welcome 3 kids with his wife and never ceased to gush about how in love they were throughout their relationship. On her part, Garner also admitted she loved Affleck so much that she'd do anything for him, and she meant that literally. As the years went by, Ben Affleck's addictions took the better of him, eating deep into their marriage. And then in March 2017, after a split and a cheating scandal rocked their marriage, Garner reportedly inspired her husband to seek help. At the time, Affleck wrote on Facebook, "I'm lucky to have the love of my family and friends, including my co-parent Jen, who has supported me and cared for our kids as I've done the work I set out to do." This was the first of many steps being taken towards a positive recovery. Despite officially filing for divorce that same year, Garner remained a pillar of support by Ben's side through his haunting battle with alcohol addiction. Giving an update on their divorce, a source confirmed, Jen wanted to give Ben the time and opportunity to work on his health and sobriety. She isn't in a rush. In August 2018, Garner came through to the father of the 3 kids once again, staging an intervention at his Palisades home and shipping him off to rehab. He continued the program for months with support from his ex-wife and managed to rid himself of all vices, except for smoking, which is reportedly his only stress reliever. Despite making progress in his battle with addiction, Affleck and Garner went through with the divorce, which was finalized in 2018, and he later admitted to the New York Times that his failed marriage to Garner was the biggest regret of his life. Fast forward to 4 years later, Affleck has rebounded with Jennifer Lopez, a known proponent of healthy living, and thanks to Garner's intervention years back, he was clean enough to get back together with JLO and rekindle their sizzling romance. Is Ben and Jennifer's marriage really heading towards the rocks? Do you think Jennifer Garner might truly have a hand in it? Please let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.